Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another remake. Continuing on with the Travis Scott Sicko Mode remake. This is part number 3 of 3. We did part 2 of 3 last week, 1 of 3 the week before that. So if you didn't see that, go ahead and click the cards in the top right hand corner of this video so you can go back to those before watching this one. This one is part 3 of 3. So let's jump right into it. The tempo stays the same from part number 2. And we're just going to give ourselves 1 bar here differential. Actually, let's start at 45 here. We're going to create a new softer instrument track. And we're going to start off with that air bell sound. Let's go ahead and just hide all these here so we don't get confused throughout this remake. We're going to give ourselves an 8-bar pattern. Let's draw in a region, and the sound that we're going to bring in is actually a preset here. It's called air bells, and let's go ahead and draw in the pattern, and then we're going to go ahead and manipulate the sound to make it sound like the one from the track itself. All right, so here we go. All right, so there is the pattern right there. Next thing we're going to do is maybe just duplicate this over 2 bars, or sorry, over 2 octaves. Let's go ahead and drag this there. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to go ahead and select this. And we're just going to hit down Apple R on our keyboard. We're just going to duplicate that over the 8 bars. All right, next is going to manipulate that sound. We're going to open up the ES2 synthesizer here. We're going to turn off the distortion. Let's pull back the cutoff a little bit here. So let's switch up the oscillators here. We're going to go over to this one over here. All right, then let's go ahead and change this oscillator to this one as well. We're going to pull up the analog a little bit to 1 o'clock. Now we're getting that sound. Let's pull down the resonance. Let's pull up our attack a little bit. We're going to pull down our decay. We'll pull up our release a little bit as well. Let's go ahead and take out that phaser that's happening on the sound. All right, next let's go ahead and close this up. We're going to open up the EQ, and we're going to filter out a lot of the low end here. Let's go ahead and start cutting this out here. And we're gonna up some of the high end here. Sorry, increase some of the high end. My English is not so good today. All right, so there's that sound right there. Next, let's go ahead and close that. And we're just gonna leave that sound as it is for now. And let's go ahead and create a new softer instrument track. And let's draw in some of those drums. We're going to go in order of the sounds here. Let's bring in Logic's EXS 24 sampler instrument. Bring in that Sicko Mode drum kit. nice and loud. And let's start off with those hats. All right, there it is right there. So it's going to be pretty much a straight hit. Let's just repeat that. I'm hitting Command R to repeat that over and over again. All right, these air bells sound, maybe if I pitch it up 1 octave. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and, so here there is a stutter, very quick one. Da-da-da, right here, so it's over here. So it's essentially a 16th note stutter. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and duplicate this track. All right, so let's go ahead and draw in the snare. All right, let's see here. C. I believe the snare was over here. So change this to a pencil tool. All right, hit Command R to repeat that. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate this track. We're gonna copy this down and we're just gonna layer that sound with a clap. So let's go ahead and find where that clap sound is. There it is right there. All right, next let's go ahead and duplicate this track and we're gonna go ahead and draw in the kick. All right, let's go ahead and find where that kick is. I believe it was down here. All right, so let's go ahead and duplicate this across the 8 bars. All right, so that sounds good like that. All right, next all we gotta do is bring in that transition effect. We're gonna drag it in right here, the Take Keith Riser, and we're gonna put it right over there. All right, so let's go ahead and move along in this track. It sort of goes from that and then it switches up to like this bassy part. So we're gonna create a new software instrument track. And let's move this over. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. And we're gonna bring in a preset, the Drake Moog Bass preset. And we'll adjust that in a moment. Let's just draw in the pattern first. Just put in some reverb on this here. Let's go to Reverb Space Designer. All right, something like that is okay. Back to this Moog bass over here. Let's go ahead and draw in the pattern. And go down to a low octave here. And let's start on this right here. Actually, this is going to go back one. And this is going to have a little stutter effect over here. back down to here. And that simply repeats itself. Command R. Let's go ahead and copy over our bells. Go ahead and open up our ES2 here, and let's see if we can adjust anything here. I think this is okay. We're just gonna open up our EQ and just cut a lot of the highs out. And I'm gonna lower the volume. All right, next let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And we're gonna go ahead and bring in some strings here. And let's go ahead and just bring in a preset here. The one I wanted is called Hollywood Strings. Let's bring that in. Let's close that out. And we're gonna copy down this pattern over here. Let's go ahead and raise that up. One more. And for this last note, we're not going to have this sort of low crescendo. We're going to take that out. Pull that down there. And we'll just repeat that. Command R once again. All right, so we're going to lower that string so it's not so bright. Let's go ahead and copy this over. So now we get this. I'm going to go ahead and switch this. I'm not liking how this sounds when it drops to something like that. Let's go ahead and just take that out. And we're just going to extend this. I think that'll sound better. In the original song, I think it may have had that dip, but I'm just not liking the way it sounds right now, so we'll leave it like that. Actually, if we try this, let me see something here. We go halfway. Just hear how that sounds. All right, let's leave it like that. We'll leave the this one to just ring out over there. All right, so let's move on to the next section. All we gotta do is just copy over these drums. We're gonna copy over these bells, so it comes out of this section. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this sound out actually, because we're gonna add in a new sound here. We're gonna create a new software instrument track. And we're just going to go ahead and bring in another preset here. I believe the preset was called Gentle Sine Bells. And we're actually just going to copy this pattern over to here. This is what it sounds like. All right, let's see if, I don't think we need to adjust anything here. I think we'll just leave this as is actually. And we're going to go ahead and open up EQ, and we're going to filter out a lot of the highs. All right, so we have sort of this soft sort of sound in the background, and let's just bring in some reverb to fill that out. All right, so that's pretty much for that section right there. Now let's just add one more sound to this section. We're gonna go ahead and add in an 808. So let's do that right now. We're going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. We're going to use the 808 preset. Let's adjust that in a moment. I like to work with the pattern first and then adjust the sound. Open up that 808. Actually, for the 808, it's just going to follow the kick. So let's go ahead and find our kick here, which is right here. I'm going to pull that down. And get that bass end going on. So let's go ahead and open up Logic's ES2 and just adjust this. It's going to pull up our attack. Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll just add in a little bit of drive as well. Pull down the analog. Right there, we got that. Okay. Maybe for these bells, sorry, there's a lot of parts here. Maybe for these bells, I'm going to pitch it down one octave. Just want to see how that sounds. Yeah, that's better. All right, so we come out of this section. All right, and now we sort of just take elements in and out of the mix. So let's just go ahead and just copy all this over. These darker bells stay in there, and then this kind of pops into the next pattern. All right, so right now I'm just gonna go ahead and put a pause on the video. Listen to the song once again, just make sure I get a little bit of the arrangement down pat, and then we're gonna come back and listen to what we put together. All right, so let's go ahead and listen back to this arrangement right here. I'm just going to pull in some of our part 2 so we can kind of blend into here. All right, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's do what we just put together. Travis Scott, Sicko Mode, part 3 of 3. So that is Travis Scott, Sicko Mode, part 3 of 3. For your Logic users out there, I'm going to save this entire session for you guys. Place that as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For your non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go ahead and export these MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit and samples that we used in this tutorial. You can find that entire playback in the description box below this video. So if you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go ahead and talk in the comment section below. And if you are new to IAMM Music Mogul, remember thumbs up, share this video, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.